So I'm back, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of our giveaway series, the Gcreations Prowl. So here we go. Set him off to the side for just a moment. We got to take a look at the box. So there's the box art. Looks good. There, and there. So, he definitely comes in a box. He also has instructions, which I'm not sure. Maybe it's the way it's printed or something, but to me, this is like headache-inducing instructions. It's like, good God. Here's instructions on how to transform the left hand. Here's instructions on how to transform the right hand. Here's instructions on how to transform the back. I mean, I guess it's organized well, but it's just, left leg, right leg. I mean, entire page on just the legs that continues onto the next page, and I don't know. It's, oof. Oh boy. So anyway, there you go. If you like lots of instructions, you got that. Got the stupid little card that these things come with. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's artwork, sometimes it's a picture of the figure. It's a nice card. Not quite credit card strength, but pretty close. Yeah. It's got this little tray of weapons. These things stick in there really well. There we go. Alright, so you got some weapons going on here, and then here's the figure. Now, I have an issue with this figure. And I've had the same issue with Gcreations, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that this is going to be more of a typical symptom of this figure, and it's actually keeping me from doing the transformation. So while I was transforming him, doing a test run, lots of these little pins in his legs started coming loose. So I was able to push him back in, so there's no problem there. But my concern is if I kept going and then I transformed him back and such, that I might loosen those pins up to the point where, whoever wins this figure will end up having a damaged figure. So I stopped where I was, went back to robot mode, and I'm done. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be doing a transformation on this guy because I don't want to break the figure, which it's going to really knock up some points at the end here, because I'm concerned for the well-being of the figure to the point where I don't want to transform it. So yeah, now it may be multiples of these figures doing this. It might be just this one. It's hard to say at this point. All I can say is that this particular one, like if it was mine, I would have a problem with keep going. But since it's not going to be mine, I don't want to ruin the figure. So, yeah. Alright, so let's get on with it. So he comes with these little doohickeys here. I'm going to guess they're like some sort of nightstick. On the back of the box, here, it looks like he's got them coming out of the bottom of his arms. It's hard to say. I'm guessing, because there's no place to plug him in, so I'm guessing you just kind of friction it into his hand like that. If that's what you want your Prowl to have, he's got two of those. So, there you go. he does have these rather large guns. Kind of goofy looking, I say. But they kind of work on the same principle of a masterpiece, but a little bit actually better engineered. So rather than the tab coming out on this side where you have to kind of like wedge it in, it's down at the bottom, so you just plug it in, fold the fingers forward, you're done. And he does hold it really well, so there is no issue there. We can do the same thing on this side. Just plug it in, close the fingers, good to go. No problem. Yeah. And then these pieces here, they could just tab in. There's 2 ports on this back here and here. And they plug in. And plug in. Just like that. And there you go. So yeah, these are on swivels, so you can swivel them up. They have a tendency of coming off because they're just tabbed in, so be mindful of that. And let's get into posability, shall we? So what we got, posability-wise, head is on a ball joint, so up, down, left, and right. No issues there. Some good chrome paint going on there. Bicep swivel, and then a hinge for the shoulder. Bicep swivel, in, out, up, down. This doesn't really tab in. Double bend elbows. Wrist swivel. Fingers open and close. There is a waist swivel, but because of the way it's designed, you get this and then this. That's it. That's all you get. There's a bit of an ab crunch, but you get just a little back, really. If you move everything out of the way, you can get a little bit more, but that's more like transformation-wise. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we get a little bit more waist swivel once we move these things down. Legs, friction up and down, in and out, thigh swivel, bends at the knee. This piece is getting in the way, so let's fold that down, get a little bit further down. Foot is on a ball joint here, so you get kind of like the rocker tilt. Nothing on the back, so it's more just like for show than it is for anything else. And that is this figure in a nutshell. Or at least as far as I'm willing to go, because I don't want to transform it. And I know that's kind of cheap cop out, but like I said, it's not mine, so I don't want to ruin the figure for whoever's going to end up with it. And all in all, I'm extremely disappointed. I mean, I won't lie. When I pulled him out of the box, I was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Different. But that novelty wore off real quick. It's based on the IDW. So if you're into the IDW, you might have more of an attachment onto it than I do. I don't read the IDW. I have no plans on reading the IDW. It's I think for me, it's just too late, and I just don't care enough. It's not what I want from a masterpiece style figure, and not just for the style of the figure. Let's break it down. Like these here are like, I want to say these are stickers, but he's got some little chrome paint here on there. And the rest is just paint. So you got a little white paint there, little red paint that goes out of the lines there, some teal paint there, little dabs of paint there, some silver paint there. It doesn't quite fill out everything. Kind of cheap. We got some of that chromish paint here. It's a little splotchy. But that's really it. There's no finish on the figure. It's and I know I'm not usually a stickler for that, but for a $100+ figure to not have some sort of finish on it, it's kind of disappointing. This is one of those reasons why I never wanted to see Masterpiece IDW figures, because it's just I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, and I don't know. I just, it doesn't feel right to me. Nothing tabs in on this figure very well. There's a few things that will tab in, but they don't stay tabbed in, like this piece here. This back piece is supposed to tab in up here like that, but it has a tendency of just coming right out. There's nothing that tabs the shoulder pieces into place, so you know it's always kind of flopping around a little bit. Chest piece does not tab in, and that's annoying as hell. There's no ratchets. There's nothing in here. I mean, it's just everything is friction. Everything's friction rather well, except for the pins, which is a little disappointing as well. But then again, the alt mode is just one of those stupid Cybertronian cars that look like a vague resemblance of a car. So it's like, who cares what it looks like? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I'm not impressed with it. I was kind of interested in seeing it, just so that's why we did the giveaway for it. And I don't want whoever wins this to feel bad about it, but I'm not impressed with it at all. I just don't get it. I don't get why we'd go Masterpiece scale with this without some Masterpiece quality to go with it. If this thing had some like really nice white paint like the Masterpiece Prowl does, then that would set it apart, or at least some sort of finish. But this is just flat white plastic, just nothing fancy. You got like 3 different colors plastic going on here. You got this gray, gunmetal, and white. It's like, and that's the bulk of what you were looking at here. There's very little paint on it, just in spots here and there, and that's all that's painted on the whole thing. So for comparison, here he is with Masterpiece Rodimus, who, you can see you got this metallic finish, you got paint all over it. It's a completely different world, and also then there's the aesthetics of it, which you have to like the IDW to like the aesthetics of this thing, or maybe follow Cybertron, those kind of things. You'd probably get into it then, but I don't know. And here he is with MP10. So he's definitely Masterpiece scale, but not Masterpiece quality. Build-wise, if he had some more engineering, some more, hardware, like the ratchets and such inside him, then I'd probably give him, he'd be a little bit better. But paint-wise, he's very bland, I say. I would just very, very bland. One of those, you'll lose them on your shelf, kind. I don't think he's worth $110 or whatever it is. I really don't. And Gcreations really needs to work on making sure everything stays together. And look, these legs, good gravy. These legs look awful. You got the thick calves, and you can see right through them. This is just bad designing right here. He's got a pretty hefty backpack as well, but I'm not a big stickler on that as much as this is just you could figure out how to clean this up a little bit better. Seriously, this is, whoo boy, this is something else. So yeah, I don't recommend this figure. I don't. If you're a huge IDW fan and you absolutely must have IDW representation in Masterpiece scale, then, you know, pick it up, but maybe wait till it's on clearance. But outside of that, I really don't see any reason to pick this figure up. I really don't. Let's not encourage them to make more things like this. I mean, I'm sure we're going to get the Blue Streak and the smoke screen repaints, because of course we will. But I don't know. It's not for me at all. And the fact that I can't even transform it without fear of it falling apart, I can't get behind it. I can't. Anyway, so let's give them away. All right, so we got our little giveaway bucket here. All right, so Kevin H has 2 tickets. David A has 1 ticket. Daniel M has 2 tickets. Matt S has 1 ticket. Paul C has 4 tickets. Eddie C has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tickets. Jordan O has the last 5. Alright. So with any luck, if to whoever wins this thing, hopefully you enjoy the IDW. Hopefully that's why you went in on the tickets for it. I do apologize if I sound less than enthused about the figure, because I really am. It's just not my cup of tea. And I do still have tickets available for Dinobot. The Predaking, I haven't sold any tickets for Predaking yet, so perhaps I might just cancel that before we go any further. And the winner for the Gcreations Prowl or Rebel, whatever you want to call it, is Eddie C. Eddie C. So congratulations, Eddie. You won Prowl. Hit me up with your details and I'll get you a shipping quote on the figure and we will go from there. All right. Thanks.